Okay, we're going to go into rotations again. Last time we did rotations, but we only really focused on 180. Today we're going to focus on two other types, which are 90 and 270, right? And what we're going to do here is we're going to color these quadrants. We talked about it before. What quadrant is this yellow quadrant right now? That's right, that's the first quadrant. The green one will be what quadrant? Good. Now we know these. I'm going to throw a curveball at you. What's the blue one? That's right. Fourth quadrant, which means whatever's left over is the third. So, here's a question. Since we're going to be talking about CW, which is our clockwise, and CCW. If we're talking about naming them, okay, what direction am I going when I'm counting? I'm going from 1 to 2. I'm going what? That's right. We go counterclockwise when we name these quadrants. Good. That's great that you know that. Okay. So this triangle we've drawn in the middle, these are its coordinates, and it's always important that we draw our coordinates down when we're going to do rotation. So on the next page what I have here is a question. It says to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Now, clockwise would be going from where? Let's say we're starting at quadrant 1. We'd be turning it towards what quadrant? That's right. We'd be turning it towards quadrant 4, so it makes this type of a loop. Right? This is our clockwise. And we'll jump back to the other page because we can turn it easily. 90 degrees, when we talk about rotating it, is just turning it one quadrant to the side, right? So we'll put that back the way it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, and this we're going to have to, whoops, let's jump back. I'm going to have to move them down a little. There you go. So when we go to rotate it, 90 degrees would be either there or it would be here, okay? But the important part is we're talking about clockwise. And in order to do this, we actually have to, if we're going to use this model, we have to do the opposite way. Okay? So, you tell me, would I be turning it from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2, or should I be turning it from quadrant 1 to quadrant 4? What would be opposite of clockwise?
Quadrant 1 to quadrant 2.
That's right. So we'd be kind of turning it to our left, you could say. So we're going to turn this to our left. And now when we do this, this becomes our new y and this becomes our x. And the reason we're saying that is we're going to take our old values and just plug them in. So negative 3 is here and 4 is here. So this is our new a. We'll call him a prime, okay? Our new b is going to be at 2. And even though I know it looks like it says negative 2 because we've changed it, we go over 1, 2, and down 1. So this is our b prime. And finally c, we go over 7 and up 1. This is our c prime. So when we go to connect our dots here, okay. Now the important part is to actually give an answer. We can't leave it like this. We have to rotate it back to how we started, right? And just to rotate it back, you notice it's almost identical. But in order to do it on this guy, I have to take a picture. So I'm just going to take a quick picture of it, just because it's on a computer. That's not what I wanted. Go back. Let's just do that. There you go. So let's take a picture of what we have here. And go to the next page with it. And then we're going to rotate it back. So like we said, we need to rotate it back to where it was. Move it over. So that means we have to go back to where we were. And now these are our new coordinates. Yes, that's right, because we did the opposite of the other answer. Great. So we got to write down what the coordinates are. So this a prime, what's this actual coordinate? Where is it at?
4 and 3.
That's right. So a prime is really at 4 and 3, which is different from our other one. B prime is where? So negative 1, the x always comes first, and 2. We always write the x value first.
Sorry, I was reading that one.
Yeah, we're writing the new b prime. And the purple c, where is that? C prime.
2.
Not 2.
1.
1 and
7.
yeah, 1 and negative 7. So let's get a dual page here so we can see compared to before. If you look, our old coordinates, these were the originals, 3 and negative 4. Well, we have flipped, our coordinates are a little different now. The 2 and negative 1 have reversed kind of here. And our 7 and 1, I've become 1 and negative 7. Okay, and that's with a 90 degree. But let's say we had 270. There it is. So let's do this question. 270, and they're asking us to rotate it which way?
Counterclockwise.
Which is what? Quadrant 1, 2,
2.
quadrant 2. That's right. We're going this direction. Right? We go down like this. And flip it this way. Well, 270 would be how many turns?
4. Or 3.
3. That's right. It'd be
Because it's
1,
360, it's 4.
2, and then 3 full turns. But when we do this, do we go the actual direction they're telling us?
No, we'll go the opposite.
That's right. We have to turn ours the opposite way in order to do this style. So we do counterclockwise. We flip it the other way. So we turn it 3 times, right? 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And now our coordinates are the exact same. We write them in. So negative 3 and 4. That's that guy there.
That's 2.
Oh, you're right. That's 2. Thank you. Negative 3 and 4. That's this guy here. Here's our new A prime. 2 and negative 1 is our new B prime. And C, it's at 7 and 1. That's our new C prime, right? So we go and again. And again, I'm going to take a quick picture of it just because I can't rotate it back without doing that. Okay. So now that we have this, we got to rotate it back to find out what the true values of it are, right? So we turn it back to where we originally started from. Now to turn it back to where we started from, we'd actually turn it 3 times the other way, but this is how we originally started. So this would be considered counterclockwise, is turning it to the right. So this would be considered going this way 3 times. 1, 2, and then 3. And let's write our new coordinates. What are our new coordinates here?
4 and 3.
Okay, 4 and 3. That's our new A prime. B prime is
Negative 1, negative 2.
negative 1 and negative 2. Great. And C prime?
1 and negative 7.
Yeah, 1 and negative 7. Now, I want to draw your attention to something. I'm going to dual page, and I'm going to pin this page, and then go back a little. I want you to notice something. Did you notice anything? And I did write one coordinate wrong here. This should have been a negative 2. This was one when we did 90 degrees. What did we say? 90 degrees clockwise. And this is the one where we did 270 degrees counterclockwise. Notice anything about our answers?
Yeah, they're the same.
They're the same, right? Because there's 4 movements. Going counterclockwise 270 is the same movement as going clockwise 90 degrees. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so always remember we gotta, when we're flipping our graph and rotating, we gotta do the opposite of what they tell us. Okay?